I am back. Okay, so today I'm going to be looking at another mod. For my last video, I looked at the Ars Metallica mod and kind of how it helps you level up your smithing. This one doesn't really help you level up per se, but, you know, it does in a way because you have to fight a particular person to get this armor in the mod. And I leveled up a ton just because of it. This guy is an absolute beast. I have a short clip of me actually finally beating him, but let's take a look at the mod. So the mod is the Death Knight of Tamriel. You get this awesome armor. You get his sword. It's absolutely insane. Each piece of armor does an unreal amount of, I guess, it contributes to stamina, health, things like that. And then his sword has a huge amount of damage, and then it has some electrical damage on top of that. Shock damage, excuse me. And then on top of that, you get a summon, this mount right here, which is pretty helpful, honestly, for those of you who haven't bought a horse or don't really want to spend the money on a horse. This is a great alternative. I mean, the thing doesn't die. You summon... I mean, I don't know if it dies. I've tried to kill it. It's tough as hell if it doesn't die. It looks really cool. So, here it is. It adds the Osharune's Death Armor... Or Death Knight's boots, gloves, helmet, armor, and a sword. It looks like it says 2 hours on the sword. I'm not sure if that just means after 2 hours you don't get the sword anymore. That could be it, but that doesn't even matter. The armor is really where it's at. The Death Knight horse is a conjuring spell. It takes 0 magicka, so it doesn't matter if you're not a mage or anything. So that's very helpful. So how to get it is you go to Arkwin Point and kill him. So I'm going to go ahead and show you where this is on the map, and then we're going to fast travel there. Alright, we are back, and this is the map location right here, people. The Arkwin Point. It's a dungeon. It's not the same as most dungeons. You don't have to go in a cave or kind of traverse through some sort of indoor corridor or something like that. It's actually out in the open. It's a pretty cool little dungeon to go into or experience. I found the best way to get there was actually to travel to this location. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Hamer's Shame. But when you go here, there will be some hunters. And what I did is I just stole their horse. And obviously, I just talked about it. Actually, I'm not sure. I think I talked about it in one of my earlier videos. Maybe not. But horses can climb mountains extremely easily. So I basically just stole the horse and went across these mountains to get to here. It was extremely easy. And the guy was just right there. The guy that you have to defeat to get the armor. Now, I wasn't recording when I actually fought the guy. I didn't think it would be that interesting. But this guy was an absolute beast. I'm telling you guys. If you're not a high level, you're probably going to have to lower the difficulty. This guy was an absolute beast. It took me forever to take him down. Excuse me. So, I wasn't recording, but I did record the finish of the battle through my Xbox. So I'm going to jump to that video real quick and show you just, you know, kind of the beating that he took just for me to finally beat him. Alright guys, so we're back, and this is the capture I had of me finishing the fight against this guy. This guy was an absolute beast. I'm telling you guys. I fought him for quite a while. And look at this, the dishing out of ass whooping I'm giving him, and he's just taking it. He keeps I mean, I missed a few there, but he keeps getting up towards the end of this fight. He would keep getting up and running away and regenning health, so he made it really difficult to finish him off. And on top of all of that, the guy just dishes it out. He is an absolute beast in attacks as well, so he just keeps dishing it out. And he's not an easy guy to fight, so I'm only level 25. I had to lower the difficulty, unfortunately. But the armor was absolutely worth it. The weapon was awesome. And then you get this mount. The armor on the mount's a little clunky, but it is still a cool mount. It's a free mount, and you can summon it whenever you want. So let's show you. First off is the mount. There's that sweet autosave. Good time. Alright, so Conjure Death Knight Horse. Simple, costs 0 magicka. And boom. Summon the horse. Alright, so now let's take a look at the armor. For the armor, the first thing is the actual armor right here. Asheron's Death Knight armor. 70 points of health. That is awesome, you guys. I mean, look at it. It looks awesome, too. Got a horn on this side and a skull on that side. It is quite unique. So then you got the boots. Add 70 points of stamina. Awesome. That is so helpful. Here we go with the gauntlets. We have 40% two-handed damage bonus. That is great for any of you guys using a two-handed weapon. And then the helmet increases fire resistance by 70%. This one to me is the biggest because when you're fighting dragons or any type of mage that's using fire damage, I mean, that's nearly making it completely useless against you. On top of that, if you're a Nord and you have the frost resistance, you're gonna be pretty set. So this is a great set of armor. And then on top of that, you get the dual-wielded weapon he's got, which is pretty badass. I mean, it's worth a lot. It does a ton of damage, plus 10 points of shock damage, and half as much magicka damage. So if you're fighting a mage or something, you're taking away his magicka. In the mod, it said something 2 hours, something about 2 hours. I don't know what that meant. Maybe you can only have this weapon for 2 hours. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played with it enough to know. But I just wanted to show you guys and kind of let you see it for yourselves. Show it to you if you haven't seen it and let you know it's actually worth having. So this is him right here. To me, he looks pretty badass. He's got a little bit of chainmail. He's got some awesome shoulders. It is a cool piece of armor. So for those of you who want it, that's it right there. It is a great mod, fun to do. And for mods in general, I'm going to try and start doing this series more often. Or just show off some mods that I think are cool that you guys would like to see. So that's going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed it enough to leave the thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed it enough to subscribe, that would be awesome. But until next time, I will see you guys in the future.